Imagine finding that in your change or in a drawer at home. It sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true, and today I'm going to tell you everything about why this coin is so special and how you might just have one of these rare gems in your possession right now. Stick around to the end, because this story could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. Let's start with a bit of history. The £1 coin was introduced in the UK in 1983, replacing the old £1 note. It was designed to be more durable, lasting longer than paper money, which can easily tear and get dirty. The coin itself was designed with a beautiful, detailed image, featuring symbols representing the 4 nations of the UK, a rose for England, a shamrock for Ireland, a thistle for Scotland, and a leek for Wales. This coin was meant to be used by millions of people in everyday transactions, and that's what it did for many years. But here's where things get interesting. Not all of the coins made in 1983 were the same. Some of them were actually minted wrong due to a mistake at the Royal Mint. This error happened because the coins were supposed to have a specific design and edge, but a small batch of coins ended up with a major printing flaw. This flaw, a mistake that only a few of these coins had, turned them into something much more valuable than a regular pound coin. The error was that these coins were minted with a smooth edge instead of the usual milled edge. If you look closely at most coins, you'll notice that they have tiny grooves along the edge. This is to make it harder for people to file down the coin and take its metal. But in this case, some coins got made without these grooves, and that made them extremely rare. They didn't get caught early in the production process, so they made it into circulation. Once they were in the hands of the public, people started noticing something was off. As time passed, these coins became extremely valuable to collectors. You see, in the world of coins, anything that's rare and different can be worth a lot of money. And because only a few of these misprinted coins made it into circulation, they became highly sought after. In fact, these coins can be worth up to $80,000, $100,000, or even $150,000 depending on the condition and how rare the coin's flaw is. Now, imagine that for a second holding a coin that was meant to be worth only £1, but now it's worth thousands of dollars. So, what makes these coins so special? It's all about the rarity. Usually, when a coin is made with an error, it gets noticed quickly, and the Royal Mint will either correct the mistake or destroy the coins that were made wrong. However, these 1983 error coins slipped through the cracks, and because so few of them exist today, they're considered priceless treasures by coin collectors. People who collect coins are always on the lookout for these kinds of errors, because owning one is like owning a piece of history. Now, you might be asking, how can I tell if I have one of these rare coins? It's actually pretty simple. The biggest thing you need to look for is the smooth edge. Normally, the 1983 £1 coin has grooves running along the side. If the coin you have is completely smooth with no grooves, then it's one of those rare coins. If you find one of these coins, you could be holding something worth a small fortune. Another thing to look for is the condition of the coin. The better the condition, the more it's worth. If the coin has scratches, wear, or dirt on it, it's not going to fetch as much money. But a perfect condition coin, one that looks like it's never been used, can sell for a much higher price. Coins that are well preserved are much more desirable to collectors because they look better and have more historical value. The value of these coins can go up depending on the auction or the market demand. Sometimes, high-quality error coins can fetch incredible prices at coin auctions, where collectors are willing to pay anything to get their hands on a rare item. For example, a 1983 smooth edge coin in perfect condition might be sold for $100,000 at an auction. That's a lot of money for a coin that was originally worth just £1. But it's all about how rare and valuable it has become over time. And the truth is, the more people learn about these coins, the more their value goes up. When a coin is rare and gets attention from collectors and the media, its price tends to rise. In fact, the 1983 £1 error coin has already reached incredible prices at auctions, and its value continues to grow as more collectors hunt for one. If you find one of these coins, not only are you holding a piece of history, but you're also holding a potential fortune. So, how do you find one of these rare coins? The first step is to check your change. If you're lucky enough to find a 1983 £1 coin, don't just assume it's a regular coin. Take a close look at the edge. If it's smooth instead of grooved, then you might just be holding onto a priceless treasure. It's important to check your coins carefully because these errors are hard to spot and they could be hiding in plain sight. Another way to find these coins is by looking through coin collections or estate sales. Sometimes, people sell their collections without realizing the value of the coins inside. If you're really serious about finding a 1983 era coin, you could even look into coin dealers or coin shows, where collectors and dealers gather to buy and sell rare coins. Keep your eyes peeled and always be on the lookout for that smooth-edged pound coin. Even if you don't find one right away, don't give up. Collecting rare coins is a fun and exciting hobby. You never know when you might stumble across something that could change your life. If you do find a rare coin, make sure to get it appraised by an expert. Professional numismatists can tell you exactly how much your coin is worth and help you find the best way to sell it if you choose to. In the world of coin collecting, the 1983 £1 era coin is considered a legend. It's one of those rare finds that every collector dreams of getting their hands on. And while these era coins are hard to come by, they do show up every now and then, sometimes in places you wouldn't expect. Maybe it's in your spare change. Maybe it's sitting in a drawer in your house, waiting to be discovered. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll find one on your next trip to a coin show or auction. At the end of the day, this coin is more than just money. It's a symbol of how rare and special mistakes can be. A tiny flaw in the minting process turned this simple coin into a priceless treasure. And if you happen to find one, you could be sitting on a fortune that could change your life forever. So, don't underestimate the coins you have. That £1 coin you throw into your pocket might just be worth thousands of dollars. Start checking your change, and who knows, your next 1983 £1 era coin could be worth a fortune. Keep your eyes open and your hopes high. The next rare coin could be closer than you think. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other exciting discoveries. Who knows what other treasures are hidden out there waiting to be found?